You're not going to find anybody that's going to work any harder.
Yeah.
Now, I remember you telling me that one time. I love Flex, but
yeah,
but loyal to Roger. That's
the problem.
Well, and I think
that was the big problem.
Realized it too late. I mean, you may go back and watch that video on the Willis Show. It is on the Willis Show YouTube channel.
I'll have to watch that one.
I watched it.
Because I watched your like first 3, and then I don't think I've even been on YouTube. I'm scared to be on the phone. Period.
Yeah, that first one got me in a lot of
I've
trouble.
heard they've gotten some. It's gotten you some heat. Some of these shows.
A little bit.
My pants are on fire a little bit.
I've heard
on a couple of them.
I mean, it is what it is. Hell. And if you go on Bob's show, you're going to be the butt of the joke, and if you turn him into the joke, you're gonna, well,
like I said,
you're gonna have heat from Bob,
brother. I'm like 10 videos ahead of that, and I'm really trying to stay out of that. And he had his response on a podcast, and that's fine. And the only other thing I'm going to say about it
Bob, is, I done stepped into something. I was. Well, I wasn't knowing this.
It's his side. Well, I mean, there's my side, and then there's his side, and I'm sure somewhere in the middle, it's
that truth.
Yeah.
It's probably where there's the truth is probably somewhere in the middle. Though I think it leans more on my side of the middle than his, but that's neither here nor there. I mean, it just was what it was. I knew. I knew interviewing Thomas was going to be controversial. I knew that going in, and I'll tell Blaze.
I heard something about that.
I'll tell Blaze, and I'll tell you the same thing. I don't censor no one. If they got heat with somebody and they wanna air it on my show, I do not care. I do not take sides.
Oh, never mind. Now I remember hearing about why there was heat.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, we ain't got to talk about that.
Yeah,
we can, but it's yeah.
Nah, I'd rather talk about you guys. Tell you the truth, because that's why I have you on here.
My name's Josh, and
my name's
that's
Josh
not your name. Your name is
Clifton.
Like
Tony Clifton.
First name. My middle name's Josh. That's what I grew up being called.
Josh Magnum, ladies and gentlemen, won me a bunch of money one night.
Did I?
Because you won the great Magnum versus Freely drink-off. So thank you very much.
Well,
that wasn't hard to do.
No, not at all. Not whenever I was drinking.
Some of them Columbia boys were swearing up and down Freely was going to be the man, and I was like, I'll take Josh Magnum all the way, brother.
And Freely definitely was the first one out.
Oh, remember you walked into the hotel room and found him passed out on the floor, and you threw your hands up and said, "Well, I won."
Yep. Yep. At one time, but see, I cheated.
So thank you very much.
I'm one that would cheat.
He said he cheated.
In the fact.
Oh, you cheated? Oh, now the truth comes out.
No, every drink I drank.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, but I know how you cheated.
Yeah. Well, I
know how you cheated.
I was on a very particular diet at that moment. It came in powdered form, and
oh God, oh, no.
Yeah, when you're on that powdered diet, it's kind of
Tang.
I could outdrink anybody under the table.
Tang.
Andre the Giant couldn't have hung with it.
Wide awake.
Yeah, orange
wide
Tang.
awake.
That's what it was.
Some would be in the protein powders and
the
creatine and all that glutamine. Well, mine was
orange Tang.
Cocaine. It just
see, I was trying to look out for you.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I always enjoyed it.
We had some good times.
We all have our demons.
I didn't like the high. I liked the way it smelled. Yeah, that's it.
Hey, Josh.
Yeah.
Tell them about the time we walked into that bar, and as soon as you walked in, the DJ said, "It's Mr. TNA, Josh Magnum."
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh man, that was funny. Hey,
That
didn't
was
I
that
take
same
somebody
night
home that night?
we're at
No, I
Vipers.
took somebody home the night before. Yeah, that was.
No, that was
we
the
went
night
back.
you had to pick up your check.
Yeah, yeah. I remember it now. We went all the way
Yeah.
back from Hendersonville. Now,
North
this
Carolina.
guy had swore, the owner of the bar had swore he had seen me on. I'd already gave him a T-shirt. He had it hanging behind him in the DJ booth.
I saw it.
Yeah, but he had swore he seen me on TNA. And you think I was gonna say otherwise?
No.
No, I was getting drugs and drink for free. I
Brother,
didn't
you're a
care.
worker.
I know. And guess what? I did too that night.
Oh yeah, we played it to the T. But yeah, they swore they seen me on TNA. I don't know who they were really referring to.
I don't
He just
blame
gave
you.
me some good weed. But yeah.
Yeah. Oh well, me and him was behind. Yeah, he would call me up onto the stage, not just for karaoke, but for come around here, Josh. Come around here. He'd have them lined up like this, you know.
Oh, Jesus.
What does this smell like?
Oh, that one, the stuff that he would have, it would burn. It wasn't. Yeah.
Oh, Jason,
Yeah.
you're going to fucking YouTube jail.
It's all right. It's all right.
Well,
I've heard
he would,
worse on YouTube. I hope.
Oh, me too.
Oh,
But
man.
he would. Yeah, the burn. See, my definition in them times was the burn, just like Listerine. The burn,
Just like
lets you know
working
it's
out,
working.
the burn is good.
The burn lets you know it's working. Now, when you couldn't go to sleep still 3 days later, then
Yeah,
you were
that's
starting
not
to go a little crazy.
Are you good now? Don't answer
I
that.
used to do drugs. I used to do drugs.
Don't answer that.
I still do, but I used to too.
But I used to.
I used to too.
No, I'm actually pretty sober nowadays.
Good. I'm glad to
That's
hear
good,
that.
man.
Yeah,
It's
good.
very
That's good,
hard
brother.
for me. I don't drink much at all. I kind of just trying to do the family thing in a way.
Good
That's
man,
good,
man.
brother.
Good man. Good man.
I still played the gimmick of a drunk at most every wrestling show I go to.
I mean, your gimmick is your gimmick.
It
brother.
worked. Yeah.
My favorite.
That's truthfully the only time I drink is at wrestling shows.
Josh Magnum at Tracy's, going up for the 450. Orders a drink. Does the 450.
Well,
Gets
hell,
down out of the ring.
The places I work now, I can't do the 450. The roof's too low. Now, I used to could do it with the roof that low. You remember the OSCW
Weekend.
days?
Oh yeah.
Weekends.
Yeah, weekends.
I would hit 450s there, but
Yeah.
I'm older now.
That wasn't a tall ceiling at Tracy's when you ordered that drink either. That wasn't a very big venue.
Tracy's, you talking about the bar in what was that? West
You ordered the
Ashley?
screwdriver. Yeah.
Yes.
You went to the top.
I said, get my drink ready, and
Get
she
my
did.
drink ready.
She got my drink ready.
As soon as the 3 count was over, he was at the bar getting his drink. That was funny. That was just too much.
I think I was
thank
there.
Joe.
Yeah.
I have to thank Joe. Yeah, you might have been. I remember
I think you were at that show.
Yeah.
Hey,
Velvet
I was managing James
what's
Hunter
that?
on that show.
Dude, it all comes full circle.
It all comes back around.
James Hunter.
That was my that was my
I've seen
very
him
first
as a
OSCW
worker.
stable. Him and Mac
I've seen
Truck.
him as a worker, and I've seen him as a ref, and I've
And a
seen
person.
him as a booker at doing the show. Me and Adam worked. It was Adam came back to wrestle me for Freddie's thing. Freddie D, the
Yeah.
referee.
Yeah.
Count 1, 2,
Right.
3.
Yeah, I'm afraid
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry I missed that. I had a
It was-
CWA show that night.
Did you now? CWA show? The
I
night
had
at Freddy's?
I had some show that I was already booked
Oh.
on and I couldn't get out of.
Well,
See,
this
they
one
already
you
sent
was
me
already.
money.
You was there. You was there.
I was not at the Freddie D show.
The one for his benefit. Had you
No, I
already
wasn't.
moved back to? You had already moved
No,
back to Philly.
I was working something else.
Piece of.
I was
a
not
piece
there.
Of, ass.
Maybe.
Yeah, because if you were still staying with Chase, because Chase, I know Chase worked it.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, James Hunter's going to find me on Facebook, and I'll be getting messages
How the
about
hell
getting
with
slapped
James
on the
Hunter? Let me
street.
tell you,
Good.
he was back there trying to tell these workers, I mean, to shut up and this, that, and I mean, he was getting rude. And let me tell you, if James Hunter ever comes to me and does that, because me and Adam had done, as soon as James called the meeting, me and Adam walked out. I mean, I ain't taking shit from James Hunter, but if you could hear him outside yelling at people. If he would have ever got in my face and yelled at me,
Mhm.
I would have slit his throat and shit down his throat.
Slit his throat and
That
shit
sounds
down
like
his
something-
throat.
That
Right,
sounds
slit
like
his
something
throat.
Brandon Paradise would say. You know,
That does sound like something Brandon would say.
Yeah.
something else that was told to me over the weekend. That's the reason why I had to bring that one up.
The opinions
But
of
no,
my guests
I would have beat him. I would
do
have beat
not
him so
reflect
bad.
my
he
own. Oh man, you guys are.
We should have got Paradise in here. You talking about being
Yeah, he
entertaining.
won't do it. He's a
Won't
pussy,
do it.
and he plays politics, and he's not going to do it.
He won't do it because of what? Because of my
Happened
situation.
between y'all.
No, I'm just
Possibly.
asking.
Because of Bob. Let's
Yeah,
just be real.
I
Because
mean,
of Bob.
I love
And
Bob.
Bob
I
still
love
books
Bob.
him and pays him.
But Bob will
Let's
never
be
book
real.
me.
Well, I'm just
Bob,
asking.
Bob quit booking me because I got sick for a Polywalk show I was going to be on. I had worked for him the night before sick, but the next night there
I'm
was
sorry,
no
I
way
got
I
this
was
thing at
going to
my
make
feet
it.
down here. No, that's okay.
Brandon won't do it
I'm not mad, I'm not mad about that.
because of Bob.
Like I said, I'm not mad
I mean,
about
I
that.
can understand that.
I think.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to step on Money's toes.
Well, I
And
think
that's why he's not doing it. He's playing politics. I get it.
you know.
In this business, you pretty much have to.
Well, Thomas.
Yeah,
again-
no, and I hate it. I hate it.
I've always hated it.
So what if you're
Sorry,
in my,
Jason.
what if you're in my?
We're putting you in a very awkward position.
It's
I'm
okay,
sorry.
but you know what?
Well, Jason ain't doing nothing wrong.
I
He
have.
didn't
No,
do
he's
nothing
not.
wrong. He didn't do nothing
Listen.
wrong from what I hear about the whole Thomas Simpson thing.
I made
he
up
didn't
with-
do nothing wrong.
he
You
did.
just listen.
I made up with Velvet.
He gave him a platform.
I made up with Dave. Me and Dave are
Yeah.
good now. Thank you, John.
If
You're
anything,
welcome.
if
You're welcome.
if
for that.
anything,
Yeah. No,
if
we're
anything,
real good
they
now.
they ought to respect the fact that hey, now they know how they actually feel. You know what I mean?
I
Yeah.
I caught
I mean,
some,
I'm sure
that
there was
truth-
heat already.
I caught
The
some
truth
heat.
will set you free.
I caught some heat for something Thomas posted, and he was referring to Chris Vallow, and then the wives and the girlfriends got involved, and he said a couple of nasty names, and then it made my heat even worse because I didn't leap to certain people's defense because of what Thomas said. Now, how am I going to control Thomas Simpson? I'm not.
Oh, you can't. You can't, brother. You can't.
I mean, maybe with a dildo.
Brother, Thomas is going to say what Thomas is going to say now. Yeah, come on. I
You
mean,
could
not-
probably control him with a dildo.
That's pretty.
Well,
That's pretty good. That was a pretty good Thomas Simpson.
He-
I only met
Hey.
Thomas a couple times. I don't.
I never dealt with
Hell, I
him
don't-
because I don't want to.
listen,
Well,
he's always listen.
He talks shit about me on a message board, and
Yeah, he
I
might
never
have, I
wanted
don't know.
anything.
there we go back to message board.
Never go best of
Yeah.
Never. Here's
And I've never wanted anything to do with him. because he didn't even know who I was. It was a Juggalo thing, and fuck him. Or I'm sorry, Jason.
No, it's okay. Because listen, here's the thing. I don't have to defend Thomas, and I don't have to defend anybody else. Here's the thing with Thomas. I'm going to lay this out here once and for all. Thomas has always treated me fair. He's never stiffed me on a payoff. He's always been very complimentary of my work, and I like the guy. Now I know a lot of people.
Well,
don't.
he talked mad
and
shit
he's talked
about
shit.
me.
True,
He's talked about my gimmick.
He's talked shit about a lot of people.
And that's not fair. And I never wanted anything to do with him after that.
Yeah.
What gimmick? The fact that you was either from the fucking what's the comic book? What's the comic book?
No, not Johnny Blaze.
Oh no,
not Ghost Rider.
Not Ghost Rider.
Oh, it's the Juggalo gimmick. Okay.
The Juggalo gimmick. Yeah,
Ghost
not Fantastic
Rider. That was
Four.
what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, not Ghost Rider.
Yeah. Yeah, not Ghost Rider. No. And see, you know what? I think that's a Cornette thing. Remember when Corny had and ICP got into it?
He talks mad shit about everybody.
That's true.
Without even knowing.
He speaks his mind. Yeah.
And,
are you talking about Thomas or are you talking about Cornette?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Hey, opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Yeah.
They all stink.
Right.
Oh yeah, usually
they all
stinks
smell
to
bad.
somebody.
It all
stinks
smell
to somebody.
bad.
I'm not up with the times where I'll go anywhere near them.
Like you two.
I'll eat an asshole in a minute.
You two probably
that's
think
where I was going. There ain't no way.
So you two probably think I'm an okay guy. You'll find 30 people that think I'm an asshole, and that's okay.
I loved you as a color guy.
Thank you.
And as a manager.
Thank you.
Both.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
But see, in CWA, you was pretty much screwed from the get go of ever being manager when you
you know what?
Me and Calvin had a lot.
Y'all tried to make it. Y'all tried to make it work.
Go ahead. I didn't hear what Johnny said.
Yeah, well, me and Kelly had a lot to do with that because we needed a color commentary guy, and you were it.
Yeah,
and Jason knows everything there is to know about wrestling. So.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
It would work.
Well,
at the time,
I was at when they started using me creatively. See, I had a great advantage because I would kind of have, pre-knowledge of everything that was going on, so that kind of helped in the commentary too. But I mean, yeah, because I heard Roger
really
and Dave, and that's it. That's all I got to say about that on commentary.
At that point, and now, managers are really irrelevant.
I agree. Yeah, nobody really has a use for them.
No, well, everybody can talk now, and
well, no, not everybody can talk now.
Not everybody.
I still couldn't.
Yeah,
I still can't. You give me a mic. It's not good. I can make people laugh and stuff.
They want everybody to be able to talk, but that isn't always.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah. They would have to write me a script.
Yeah.
Unless they wanted F-bombs and
see, that's the worst.
Every other word under.
To me, that's one of the worst things that's ever happened to the business, to give them a script. Oh, they're saying hey to you.
Hey, Danny.
Hi.
That's Magnum and Blaze.
Hi.
Yeah.
Josh is hard to see because he's so far back. But.
Oh, there you are,
My
Josh.
big head's right here.
She says y'all. Oh, yeah. Almost 2 hours in, and he turns the light on now. That's great.
No, the light was on. I like my living room dark. It's kind of, yeah. It's relaxing to me. Lots of people think bright colors are relaxing. F that.
Hey, where is y'all's favorite place to work? If you could pick a promotion.
Orangeburg.
Is it Orangeburg?
I mean, that was great. You didn't have to do anything.
I agree with that.
I'll agree to a point. My favorite was probably NWA Charlotte, though. I did love NWA Charlotte.
See, that was
when
another...
they were. I mean, that was. I think that was a work too. The whole shutting the building down. I think that they were going bankrupt was the big problem. That's
Possibly.
that's the way I'm
but
starting
man,
to see
what
it.
a
I went along with it for the. Oh man, it was great.
it's incredible setup what they had up there. It was amazing.
Yeah, it got my foot in the door to a lot of places. But then again, the NWA Fan Fest things were always real good too. I mean, it got me a lot of bookings.
Oh yeah, yeah, I can see that.
But
I can see that.
I felt more CWA and NWA Charlotte was like two of the places that I felt the most. I felt like a superstar.
Yeah. What do you think?
Because you are a superstar, brother.
Brother.
I was, I guess. Thank you, though.
Yeah.
I do appreciate that, but it's my nipple.
Yeah,
it's medical.
I've got glaucoma.
I got my license.
There you go.
Lucky you.
Yeah.
Well, that's something that I hardly ever had whenever I was working in South Carolina.
Me neither. Me neither.
Yeah.
Me and Jason talked about that on our episode too.
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah.
I can't believe
I worked for Eagle for years without a license.
Yeah. That's where me and Blaze first met each other. Before CWA.
Yeah.
Roger, I think I got my license for the first time because
of Roger. Yeah.
Working for Roger, and well, Roger paid for my physical at one time, and that was the only way I was going to get it. I wasn't going to a damn doctor. Hell, the only one people I'm going to take to the doctor is the kids, and the bill ain't going to get paid regardless.
I guess I was a good little boy.
I had an aunt. I had an aunt that was a seamstress, so she would sew me up if I needed it. Yeah, with legit needle and thread.
Wow,
nice.
Dang.
Yeah. Now the staples, on the other hand, I've had a lot of staples.
Yeah.
And that was never a staple gun. That usually came from a doctor, but
I used a lot of.
I wouldn't go back to get them out. Oh, let's go into that with the 6-man ladder match that we had.
Yeah.
That Skylar was supposed to go over. Or I was going over, but he was supposed to get the win or whatever.
He got knocked out legit.
He got knocked out.
And it was earlier
I
in the
tried to take over his spot because he was not doing it.
Yeah.
And
he wouldn't take the spot that me and him was supposed to do a spot off the ladder. Yeah. Slam him or something. And he wouldn't take it.
And he was outside, so I was like, F it. I'm going to go up the ladder and I'm going to take his spot.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't there.
He ended up making it there. Who was it that knocked you off the ladder?
You?
Was it me?
Yeah.
It was me?
Yep.
Xavier
and then he came up there and did it.
Xavier took a pile driver through the extended ladder.
I took a DDT ladder off the ladder from Hamrick.
Yep. I took a chair shot from Hamrick thrown into my head and got busted open the hard way.
Yeah, and then you come back.
I realized I was bleeding,
and you were gone for like 5 minutes. You were gone for 5 minutes, and you come back looking like Sabu because you had the whole
to the back
T-shirt wrapped around your head.
It was a towel, and I couldn't find. I said, "Somebody get me a towel! Somebody get me a towel!" And somebody threw me their towel. I think it might have been Timber, and I put the towel over my head, and I went over to Dusty's box because he had duct tape and stuff, and I just took some duct tape, started wrapping it around my head like that.
Yeah.
And took off back to the ring. And as soon as I walked through the curtain, I heard somebody yell, and
Sabu! Hey, you know what? You honestly want to know the best part of that match was that promo we did before that. I don't know if you remember that. Because it was me, you, Xavier, and we all just kept talking about ladder matches. Well, we were talking about ladder matches, and all Malachi and you and me and Xavier all went up there, and it was good.
I saw clips of the match, but I never saw the promo.
Yeah, it was really good. I never saw it either. I was there.
Yeah.
And I know it probably came across really good.
Oh well, Dusty, Dusty's gonna make everything. Man, I can't say enough good things about Dusty. I seen Dusty not too long ago, as a matter of fact. He was shooting a commercial in Augusta at a Kia of Augusta commercial, and I was working on some of the sheet metal there.
I'll be damned.
And I said, Dusty? He looks over. I said, it's God. It's God.
You?
That's what I always. He was a god to CWA.
He was. He was. He got a lot of people over with his work.
He brought a lot.
He made it as professional. He made it as professional as it was. I mean,
that's why TNA wanted that.
The word of mouth. Yeah, Terry Taylor. I remember working Terry Taylor too.
Let me ask you.
He was pretty quick.
Let me put myself over.
It was great, but he didn't like how I sold my choke, and he taught me the right way to choke. Because he said, "How do you sell a choke?" I started talking. He said, "No," and then he grabbed me by the throat. He said, and I grabbed his hands. He said, "Perfect." I was like, "Well, shit."
Terry Taylor's
I never thought about that. No, it made sense.
Terry's a
because
stooge.
You know me, if you're choking me in the corner, I would even make it look like I was, I would put my arms over
Bruce
the
Pritchard
throat.
That's my corny.
Oh.
Terry Taylor stole me out to Vince Russo. Extra cheese, extra mayo.
I worked for Dr. I worked for Dr. Tom in Texas one time.
No kidding. That's awesome.
Yep, he seen me work a show in Tennessee with Adam, and loved me and flew me out to Texas to work. And this was before CWA. This is when I first started doing the Magnum gimmick.
Question.
Or I guess Magnum never was a gimmick.
Well, okay.
I mean, Batman was on my tights. That was about the only. That was me.
That came a little later. Because when I first met you, you were working for Tank down in Mount
I wasn't
Pleasant.
Magnum though.
You weren't. You weren't Josh Magnum then?
I couldn't have been.
What were you then?
Because Batman was on every set of tights except the later days.
You were Josh something.
The blue, red, white, and blue.
Because that's what
he was Josh Clifton.
I went by Hardcore Kid for a little while.
Tony Clifton.
That's what the Mastodon put me over as a Hardcore Kid. And then I was the shooting star, Josh Stansel, at one organization.
Stansel?
No, my legit name, Stansel.
Stansel.
I know.
Stansel.
Oh, I thought you said Dansel with a D.
He's your private dancer.
That's pretty much that was my only gimmicks in this business. Somebody wanted to put me over as the Marlboro Man one time, but I never did.
I mean, you could have done that. You could have pulled that off.
I know I could have with the whole cowboy.
Yeah.
I mean, well, that's with what I wear on a regular basis. Yeah, I agree.
Because Adam Owens.
Adam Owens.
Adam Owens was Paul Phoenix when I met him.
No, only in Charleston.
Only in Charleston. Okay.
Only in Charleston. Now, whenever I first worked Charleston, which was that ladder match ordeal, when I first worked in Charleston, I was Magnum, but I wore the Batman stuff.
But I met you before
You've
that.
already smoked them 3 that you took? Oh, that. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
you were working for Tank in Mount Pleasant. Tank Lewis. We were running that bowling alley.
I do remember running the bowling alley.
Yeah.
That was him and Joe.
Yes. You are correct, sir.
Because me and Adam, we busted a wall there. Adam did a suicide dive and I went straight in and basically through the wall.
Yeah.
But what that Lurch guy that would work them shows too.
Oh my God!
So bad.
That guy. Oh, what was his name? Blood something. We just called him Lurch because he was huge.
He looked just like Lurch.
He had
Adam's family.
This giant forehead, and he had like size 17 shoes or something.
He smelled worse than anything I've ever. I mean, there's no porta potty in the world that I've been in that smelled as bad as this guy.
God damn.
Yeah, it was that bad. I don't know if it was just his gear or if it was, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
he probably didn't wash his gear.
Months without washing my gear, and it never smelled that bad.
I don't know. There's some rotten people. I've had them open their bag in front of me, and I'm like, good oh, God.
No, people know better than open their bag in front of me. I'll take it all.
I always wash my gear.
That was a different.
If I knew,
I personally may not have smelled the best, but I washed my gear.
Blaze, your gear usually was what you wore to the venue.
Sometimes
an ICP shirt. And you would put on tights. You would put on tights, but you would turn around and just put the same shorts you wore there on over them.
Yeah, why not? But hey, man, I'm a juggalo. That's what we do.
I know, but
get that.
I would just
get that boy a can of Fuego.
What is it?
That's why people didn't like me, and that's fine.
I always liked you, man. You were cool.
I don't cool get it though. I mean,
I don't know why. I mean,
truthfully,
yeah.
I was always respectful.
The only show I ever worked with Juggalo, where there was a Juggalos everywhere, was at TWF. That was
in the yard.
I thought of the Juggalo thing original until I realized that there's a big following of Juggalos.
Yeah,
I mean, and that's the truth. I didn't realize.
I told Jason this before. It was my biggest thing and my worst thing at the same time because people didn't like Juggalos. Like, it was just, I don't understand.
Down south, I can definitely see that the Juggalo thing wouldn't have worked.
People
because I came out to a song about killing rednecks in the South.
Is that the Chicken Head song?
Chicken Head song.
Yeah.
Who's going chickens cutting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going chicken
hunting?
Yeah.
I would have personally came out to Bitches by ICP and ODB.
Yeah.
That was always my favorite song in the world.
Like, Jay Eagle might have let me get away with that, but I don't think Roger would.
Nah.
Yeah, but every time I seen you, I had to bring up Bitches from ICP back in them days.
Always.
He didn't.
Dude, Josh, we had a lot of good times, brother.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did.
We all did.
We
like
did.
a lot.
Yeah.
Even up to like a year and a half ago.
That's true. When you moved back, yeah. Every time I'd come into town from work, I'd go by Chase's. I haven't been to Chase's since, really.
Well, you should.
I think I've been over there once. I know I need to go over there and see them, but man, there's snakes in that house now. You think the hell of that?
Yeah, that's why I left. That's why I came back up here.
Guys, I hate to cut it short.
I went by there the last time I went to Chase's. It was on his birthday, and he wasn't there.
I hate to cut it short. It hasn't been short because it's been 2 hours. The phone will die here eventually in a minute because it's flashing.
Yeah, I'm at 42% myself.
But hey, when you John
want me on to this,
John, when you come to town, we need to do a live one. We need to go up to Chase's or something and do one.
Oh,
something like that with all of us. That would be cool.
Yeah.
I could get Paradise and all of them to come to that.
June 5th.
Yeah, even though
June 5th.
June 5th. See, that was when I was supposed to be wrestling CW, but it's actually the next week now.
Tell them they ain't gonna get fired if they come and do an interview with me.
I don't think that's it.
Then what? I don't get it. Because we're not even gonna talk.
I guarantee you, I could get Malice to do one. I could get, I can get Malice and Brandon on one.
Oh, that's bold statements. So there you go, Jason.
All right. Well, Josh Magnum said he could do it, so we'll see.
Hey, don't edit that out.
I'm not editing it out.
I wouldn't have edited it out.
I'm not, because that's a promise you got to keep.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
All right.
Got to be accountable for your actions, son.
That's right.
Yeah.
Guys, no, seriously, I had fun, but Denny's going to get some Captain D's, and I'm getting hungry.
Get the cheese sticks. That's the best thing that
the cheese sticks are amazing. Yeah, no shit, guys.
All right, guys. Well,
honestly, I want to do this again, but I want to get, like I said, I want to get I want to get
everybody.
I want to get everybody in here, and do it.
Sounds good.
And as many people
as
we
can
get
y'all.
in the studio.
Me.
Hey, John, thanks for being on the show again. Josh,
Magnum, you're awesome.
Magnum,
dude.
yeah, thank you, dude.
You're my best friend.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's out of here. All right, John, I'll see you later,
So
man.
am I.
All right, later.